What up, my people? It's your boy Leo. I'm here with Ray, and welcome to another episode of Roll Up and Wrestle. Don't forget, we will be on tonight live at 8 p.m. with Rivalry Talk. We will talk about Chris Jericho and HBK. But for now, enjoy the show.
So amazing. I'm going to get that. I'm going to do something for that real quick. Later. Welcome back. How was your Monday night?
Monday was good. Raw was good. Some fans, or whatever they wanted to call it, NXT trainees, got the show excited. New champion. Great show overall. Wasn't mad about it.
Neither was I. I was entertained. It was much easier to watch than it has been the last couple weeks. My only takeaway from it was just so many promos. My God, it was just like one after the other.
Well, you got to take one or the other sometimes and just, overuse it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they'll get it right. They'll figure it out one way or another. They'll definitely figure out how to balance the two in between and stuff. But it'll be all right. I'm not worried about it. I'm just interested to see who's going to be the crowd on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested in that.
They could still use the same people. They don't have to use, they were saying that they use people that weren't on the getting TV push. So if they use they can use the same people unless they're in a match or so. So I don't see why they switch it up. And for SmackDown as well.
Yeah, same here. I don't understand either, but they'll figure it out. They'll figure it out. We got some news, some fun stuff, some interesting stuff. But we got some news in other words. Vince McMahon admitted that he should have signed AJ Styles earlier in his career. As we all know, AJ was with TNA. From TNA, he went to New Japan, and from New Japan, he did the Indies and did a couple other shows, and then eventually ended up in WWE. Vince is now admitting that he should have went after him when he had the chance.
I'm glad his brain works for something now to remind himself of what he could have had back then. But, I mean, either way, he got him now, so can't even be mad.
We could have had an AJ and Shawn Michaels match at WrestleMania.
We could have. We could have a lot of things in wrestling. So nobody should be mad that we did. That's what the video games are for. They want you to buy the games so you could relive your dream matches.
That never happened. Yeah, it seems like Vince finally woke up for once on the right side of the bed, whether it was for 2 minutes or not, and realized his mistake. But
and he's a can't miss talent.
Yeah, he's definitely.
There's no way you didn't see him and didn't think like, "Ooh, I should sign him." When he's available, there's no way.
Well, that's what you get for when you don't want to watch nothing outside of your own company.
I don't blame him, man. He built an empire. At that time, he was just like, "I got everything under control."
Fyter Fest was supposed to be in London, and the main event was supposed to be Brian Cage and Jon Moxley in a steel cage match this year.
They could still do the cage match, just not in London.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know where Fyter Fest is going to take place at.
Right behind Jacksonville Stadium.
Where everything else was.
Right behind.
Nah, not in that place. That place is too small to be for
what
their
does
steel
it
cage.
matter? There's no crowd.
I know, but their steel cage match is like first of all, their steel cage alone is 24 feet.
They don't have to make a 24-foot cage.
Well, that's what their first cage match was. It was 24
because
feet.
Cody's old school. He's
So-
seen his dad fighting those cages. That doesn't mean that AEW is going to continue that trend.
I'm pretty sure they are. I'm pretty sure they are.
Point because not one of those two.
Tony Khan has said that AEW is going to stick to the traditional ways and he wants to build traditions and all that other good stuff. So if you have a steel cage match, if you have a steel cage that's 20 feet tall, you're probably most likely going to keep it at 24 feet.
So then, you know what? Use Jaguar Stadium again and hang it above somehow. Set up a WrestleMania theme then if you can do 24 feet of steel cage match. That's your only hope then. Do the stadium again. Have a Mania moment.
Built like an indoor facility on the field, so you can put the steel cage in it.
Yeah. Might as well, since they want to keep it.
Oh man, that would do so much damage to the field alone. It's not even funny. Matt Riddle is reporting heading to SmackDown at some point in time.
Probably be this Friday. I can see why they had the cage fight now for tomorrow. Thatcher probably write him off, and then he'll be on Friday to.
I doubt he'll be there this Friday.
I could see it.
I could see him more appearing after Backlash. After Backlash that Friday, that's when I could see Matt Riddle appearing on WWE television. I mean, yeah, on Friday nights. But right now, there's no need to put him on right now. He's going to be doing nothing. He's going to be doing nothing. He's just going to appear to do what?
Well, the Intercontinental title's getting its hope up, so he could be the first one at the title.
Yeah, that's why you do it after Backlash. You're most likely going to crown the new Intercontinental champion at Backlash. And then on Friday, you can have your open challenge.
SmackDown needs ratings.
Yeah, it's
Riddle Friday.
I doubt it. I highly doubt it. I don't see him this Friday. I just don't.
Will be heard on Fox.
I don't see him this Friday. I'm sorry, I just don't. Drew Gulak signed a new WWE deal, and apparently he has made his rounds on Friday Night SmackDown this Friday.
All right, they signed good talent. I thought they were gonna let him go. It would have been funny though if he did the ladder match. Even it probably would have been like a one-day thing. Gulak would have took just to be in the match. You didn't have to win. It would have been funny.
You're talking about Double or Nothing.
Yeah, if Gulak would have like if he.
I was like, what ladder match is he talking about? I was just so confused for a second. Had he done that and then Vince signed him?
That'd have been funny.
Oh man. That would have been funny if he would have signed his papers, faxed it over, and still did the ladder match.
But he doesn't have to win it. But I mean, they got it right with Brian Cage, so I'm happy for him though. I had a feeling SmackDown that they weren't gonna let him go because they know he's a great wrestler, and you need that right now with an actual, not a full arena crowd.
Yeah,
you gotta have some talent inside that ring. So. SmackDown is building up something.
Little by little. Little by little, they're building.
Those are two big acquisitions, let me tell you. That's a splash.
Remember,
in the world of sport, that's a splash what they just did.
Remember, they labeled Drew Gulak as Daniel Bryan's training partner.
They got AJ Styles for a pack of hot dogs from Raw. And they get Matt Riddle for free, like if his contract, like if he's up, like he's free to go anywhere. They just handing them to Bruce Pritchard. Even though I'm not surprised Riddle's going to SmackDown because Brock can't stand him. So, Vince...
Well, now Goldberg needs to see him.
Oh, Goldberg. We're done with that, man. He did his part. Give us the belt back. No Roman match for you.
Yeah, Drew Gulak going back is nice. I like it. He should be doing something now. I just don't like that when he left, they had him as Daniel Bryan's training partner.
Yeah, that was
a little disrespectful. But hey, he signed a new contract. He's back. We'll see him again on Friday, so it should be fun. MMA star Victor Belfort said he wants to team up with Mike Tyson in AEW.
Oh my god! First of all, the guy is jacked up. Vitor Belfort, amazing fighter in the UFC. Obviously, he was known for the juice. But for him and Mike Tyson to be a tag team, I hope that's not what Tyson's there for tomorrow.
I have no idea.
I hope that's
I have no idea. I don't even know what to think about this. When I read that, I was like, okay, are you trying to be...
But after watching Double or Nothing, I know 100% sure that AEW will not go on with this nonsense of Vitor Belfort, Mike Tyson as a tag team.
Nah, I doubt it.
No need for it.
There's no need.
You just need Tyson.
Yeah.
You're not that big of a star. No disrespect to Vitor. But mainstream-wise, no.
No, you're not on Tyson's level. Seth Rollins assumed that he's going to cross paths with the One Edge.
I can see this happening at SummerSlam.
That's exactly
SummerSlam. No. This will probably be for next year's Mania. I keep forgetting. I have him and Norton going one more time because then they'll be tied. So they got to end it. They got to end it right at SummerSlam.
Well, they have July. They have July pay-per-view coming up. No, June's pay-per-view, right? No, July. Sorry, they have July's pay-per-view after this Backlash one.
Yeah, but you don't need to do Edge and Rollins. You can save that for Mania. If you're not gonna have Rollins in the WWE title picture, you might as well give him a match like Edge.
Yeah, but you can start off with Rollins and Edge at SummerSlam. You can start it there.
Well, you need Rollins first to build Theory and Murphy. That's his main focus before he goes.
He has time. He has a lot of time for that.
Well,
he has the next couple of months for that.
I understand that, but he has to help them out, like out the ring as well, like teach them and all that.
Listen, WWE is gonna push them to the moon real quick. They don't wait for nobody. They throw the strap on you and you crash and burn, or you live up to the potential. That's what WWE sees it as. Like, oh, we're gonna call you up. Guess what? You're gonna be the champion. You're gonna be the champion for this X amount of days, and we're gonna see what happens. And you're like, well, what?
Yeah, but
what? I was just a low mid card in NXT.
But a guy like Austin Theory, who's only 22 years old,
I understand what you're saying.
That's the one.
I get what you're saying, but WWE does not care. They will rush whoever they want, whenever they want, however they want. They rushed Apollo, and it failed miserably. They threw Paige into the water once she got there, and Paige was only about 20-something years old. Everybody that they get their hands on. When Finn first came, he got the rocket push. WWE does not care. Finn is different because it was an accidental injury. The point is that do not be surprised if they throw the strap on them and within like a next month and a half and be like, go ahead, let's see what you can do with it. So yeah, Seth is there to help them, but Seth is gonna have to help them quickly because if WWE wants to move things along quick, they will move along quick, no matter what anybody says.
He has time. Raw has too much talent.
Listen, I'm not saying that they shouldn't take their sweet time. I'm not sitting here saying that, oh, they are definitely going to no. They should take their time with Austin Theory and Murphy. They should take their time with that whole entire group. They should take their time with Seth and Edge. But knowing WWE's track record, it may not happen. They may end up just pushing that thing real quick, real fast to start everything off.
I can see it for Mania.
So I would like to see it for Mania.
Because then you could have Edge win and then Rollins could go off for a while.
Listen, I would like to see it at Mania and I would like to see it start at the Royal Rumble.
You could have, I just say it should go for Mania so then Rollins could go away and, be with the family. Because by that time, Becky would already have the child.
Yeah, she should have the baby by then.
So knowing Rollins, he'll probably finish out the wrestling year to WrestleMania and then after Mania can just ease off for a month or two to, spend time with the family. That's all. Yeah. Even if Becky comes back, he'll be home now with the child and, catching up on stuff. That's the only reason I would say Mania. Because knowing Rollins and how dedicated he is to WWE, he's going to finish out the year because he knows what it feels like to miss a Mania injured. So he's not going to try to have that feeling of missing another one just, for whatever. So I agree with you. Royal Rumble, if they're both in the Rumble match, have Rollins eliminate him or something to stir it up. That's always an easy, good one to do. That's how the Edge and Norton one started. But knowing Heyman, he got signed up his sleeve because Rollins is one of his, is basically a flesh of his guys that you would say a Paul Heyman guy would be.
Yeah.
And Edge is a genius with the IQ ring work. So hopefully it's a Mania match. Especially if you're not giving Rollins the title. I feel like if it's not the title, give Rollins a big time match.
Yeah, I hope so too. I just hope they take their time. That's all I'm saying. I just hope they do. Triple H says that Ronda Rousey is welcome back to the WWE on her own terms.
Well, no. She's gonna be smart. She's gonna wait to some fans, and all that stuff. She'll
probably come back when the first night there's fans in the stands. It's going to be the biggest night. It's going to be the biggest night.
Maybe. For SmackDown, definitely. She'll be there for SmackDown.
Yeah, for SmackDown. That's what I'm saying, though. For SmackDown, it'll be the biggest night, and she would want to leave an impact.
I don't know, because I can't see her being that way. She's not the type to... to me, I think she already knows whenever she comes back, it's big time. She knows that.
She made her appearance at the first Women's Royal Rumble after after the Rumble.
No, I understand that, but she knows her mainstream. She knows what she brings to the table.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's why she said she'll never do it full time. She doesn't need to. She's that big. Can I see it? Maybe. Vince will probably push for it. If Vince was to find out ahead of people, like this, he could have fans at this night call Ronda like, "Hey, want to do a quick cameo? Just show up and say that you're back. A little something quick." Or maybe she'll do it, but I don't know. I have no idea because she still wants to have a kid.
I know. I know. I get it. I know she does. We understand that.
And then the only thing now is, who would you have her fight? Becky's gone. That would be the only sense to make, is for her to fight Becky 1-on-1.
Well, she still has Charlotte. She can do. She can. I'm not saying
I know, but
she can still do Charlotte. She can do Asuka. She could do Nia Jax. Definitely could do Nia Jax. I could see that going on.
Yeah, but the fans hate Ronda and the fans hate Nia.
Well, the fans would be behind Nia, I think, for that one.
I didn't think WWE would go that far.
Neither do I. But she can do Bayley. She can fight Bayley. Not Sasha. I wouldn't do Sasha.
Well, Sasha would be the champ soon.
What other women wrestlers are there on SmackDown? I can only think of 3.
There's Naomi, Lacey Evans.
I was thinking about Lacey, Sasha, and
Tamina.
She could fight Tamina as a not for them, but as a tune-up match.
Yeah, that's
pretty much it, right? Yeah. So I mean, there's not a lot of options there, but there's some options there that she can do, so she can get the rust off. So when Becky does return, they can go at it.
I guess, but it's up to her. I don't know.
It will always be up to Ronda. Breaking news, actually. Well, not really breaking, but an hour ago, breaking news. Kairi Sane sustained a cut on her head on the Raw tapings. She was working a match with Nia Jax.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, man. Her reputation just continues to just grow on the wrong parts of the business. Like it's her, most likely she's probably voted the worst person to work with.
She's probably voted the unsafest person to work with. If you was to ask almost anybody.
Bad. That's just bad. Because she has potential too. But good Lord.
Mm-hmm.
It's bad to have a trackless like that.
Yeah, it definitely is. Vince says that he is not a bidder for the XFL and that he put in $200 million into it.
I believe that part.
So do I.
Because that was the whole talk of this XFL, that it was Vince McMahon is funding everything. And I'm just like, okay, I believe it. Mm-hmm. Vince has the money. He could take a risk like this again.
Yep. Samoa Joe's still not cleared yet with WWE doctors.
I think they're saving him.
I have no idea what they're doing with him. But I know he's...
If I'm not mistaken, if the way it's looking...
Mm-hmm.
I would have Samoa Joe do a CM Punk thing.
Okay.
Let's say after Backlash.
Yeah.
No, you don't have to do after Backlash. You could do it July's pay-per-view. Have him defend the title against somebody. And then once the match is over, have Samoa come out the table, off the commentator table, and attack McIntyre. And you put Samoa Joe and McIntyre for SummerSlam. You build up Samoa Joe like that.
Yeah.
Have him get the Summer blockbuster match with McIntyre. You need heels, the way it's looking now for McIntyre. Andrade, I don't know what they're going to do with him yet. Maybe the tag belts, like I said, with Garza, or he'll finally get that push to the title, because it'll work out with that as well, that rivalry. But I could see Samoa Joe and McIntyre for SummerSlam.
That'd be fun. That'd be nice.
Like him attacking him after the July pay-per-view. And then from there, you can have Samoa Joe start doing tune-up matches, getting himself ready for the big match with Drew.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good. I like that. Yeah. Jeff Jarrett is still at war with Anthem. apparently, still over that 2017, what did they all call that? Lawsuit with Anthem.
That was the group that bought the company?
The Impact company.
Okay.
They used his Global Force Alliance episodes without his permission. And so now he sued them in 2017, and it's still ongoing right now. They postponed the date due to COVID-19, apparently. So that old news just came back up. So they're still at war.
Yeah, he ain't playing around. He wants his money.
Yeah, apparently he wants his money so he can fund his wrestling company. That's what he wants. Second to last thing, Flip Gordon signed a contract with ROH.
I thought he was gonna go.
So did I, but Marty, he's best friends with Marty, so he'll be fine.
Yeah.
He'll be fine. But speaking of contracts, and the last thing we're going to talk about, Adam Cole's contract is set to expire in August, early September. He has not re-signed with the company just yet. He is still NXT champion. They usually like to sign their talents, I want to say, I think maybe about 5 months before their contract expires. But we're cutting it close here. We have about another about 3.5 more months to go.
I won't be surprised if he made the move to AEW for the simple fact Britt is there.
Yes.
I won't be mad.
Okay.
Plus the fact AEW is stationed, well, they're both stationed in Florida, so that really doesn't mean much. He's from Florida, so it's not a problem for him.
Yep.
Britt would be the X factor for him to go to AEW. But it won't be the factor, but it will play a major part. Because I feel like in WWE, they haven't, I can't say they did him wrong. Like, the only thing I could say would be a problem is that he's been in NXT a bit too long now.
Yeah.
But now that NXT is an official third brand on live TV, it's like, okay, now there's a reason they can have you there and you could just, do what you got to do. Like, they have the belt on you. Tomorrow they're doing the whole 1-year celebration of him being champion.
Okay.
But I just see it as he goes, I won't be shocked. If he stays, I won't be shocked because it's simple fact everyone projects him to be the HBK of this generation. Like, like Styles, Undertaker compared to a young HBK.
Yeah.
Cole has gotten those comparisons from present wrestlers, legends, like people that seen his craft in the ring. Like they see the Shawn resemblance in him that he could be a star.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like if he goes to AEW, I know for a fact Triple H is good at this, but it's of course it's all up to Vince in the end. What do you do with the other three? Like with Undisputed Era. Like Roderick Strong, I believe, can be a main card champion, like Intercontinental U.S. champ. Sometimes get a crack at the world title, maybe have a reign with it.
So you mean up in the upper card?
Yeah, like he could be one of those guys. Like you don't have to put the belt on him, and if you do, people won't be mad because it'd be like he deserves it.
Mm-hmm.
One of those type of guys. Like he's a workhorse. He'll give you solid work. He'll give you some solid work. O'Reilly and Fish, they'll definitely succeed for some fact they're probably up there. I believe them and Imperium are the two best tag teams in WWE out of all of them, and the main roster as well. I don't know. I do not know because I like Adam Cole, but I see where AEW can bring him like creative wise and stuff. Like he could be his own person. WWE, you're already established. So like once you go up to the main roster and there's a crowd, the crowd already knows who you guys are. So like you could set like your own trend out there with your group. Because you know how like the factions, once you bring a faction in, it's like they're the hottest thing at the time. Mm-hmm. Always in WWE, they're the hottest thing. Like they get the buzz.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's up in the air with him because either way, he's gonna succeed. I'm not worried. At all. I just like the whole Undisputed Era thing. That's the reason. I like it. And I know it's not done yet. In NXT, it's done. In NXT, it's done. Like they're not.
They captured all the gold at once.
They don't really have to do much in NXT. But I would like to see the main roster rise. But if he goes to AEW, then I'm with it as well. Because he's friends with all of them over there, and there's great matches for him to do. So it's just his decision. But either way, he'll succeed.
Okay, so here's my problem with the main roster. If he does decide to go and stay, Vince has a very bad, and I mean extremely bad, track record with small guys.
Well, yeah, he bombed the Ricochet one.
Okay, he bombs small guys all the time, no matter who it is. If it's a small guy, he bombs it all the time. However, Jericho, there are a few exceptions. Jericho, Shawn, Eddie. Eddie was a small guy. There's a selected few selections that eventually get over, but they need the help of some other people, behind closed doors. They need certain people in their corner behind closed doors. Will Adam Cole get that? I don't know. I do not know. How much of Shawn's and Triple H's word matter? I do not know. I don't know because a lot of NXT talent has failed on the main roster. A lot. There's a lot of failure than there is successors. Can you consider Drew a success from NXT? That's up for debate. Seth, you can say succeed. Roman, you cannot say because he didn't really go through NXT like that. Neither did Dean.
Well, Drew's a success.
But I'm talking about NXT success. That's up for debate. You can't sit here and say, oh yeah, Drew's an NXT successor when Drew was first in the company before NXT was even around. Well, then Drew left.
But the comeback story started in NXT.
Well, he started back at NXT to begin his comeback story. But to say he's an NXT successor is...
Well, I can go down there.
But that's what I'm saying, though. I can debate that he's not. That's what I'm trying to say. I can debate that he's not. I can debate that he is. I can go either way with it. That's why I said it's up for debate. Anyone can say he is, and anyone can say he's not, easily.
I guess.
This is both sides of the story. All the women are success stories. All of them. They've all came through NXT. They all went through they almost all went through the ringer, and they all succeeded.
Ember Moon is done.
Ember Moon is probably the only one that has not yet, and that's because of the Achilles injury that she suffered. So there's a lot there on just that alone. So Adam Cole, with having the knowledge of what Vince usually does with small guys, the NXT success stories, and all this other good stuff, it's tough to say, and it's tough to really put I want to say a prediction on it. But I feel like if he does stay in WWE, he will have a hard time on the main roster. But if he can get over, he can get through the hard times, he will be a huge megastar.
I think they're gonna just have Cole with the Rocket.
If they decide to do that, again, this is all on Vince. If they decide to put the rocket strap on Undisputed Era and shoot them up there and not crap on them 4 months down the line, they will be huge. They will be huge superstars. All 4 of them will be huge. But I wouldn't blame Adam Cole for leaving WWE for AEW to not taking that risk. Because remember, you're signing a 5-year contract. You got to think about that now. You're going to be stuck in the WWE for 5 years. Anything can happen in 5 years. Anything can happen the moment you put your signature on that dotted line. Anything. If he goes to AEW, we all know he's going to succeed regardless. They'll have everything in place for him. He'll be his own character. He has full creative control over his character. And all they're gonna do is just book for him. That's it. And then with the crowd behind him, he's gonna get over. And then eventually they'll start moving him up the card more and more and more. And if it happens faster, then it happens faster than they want it to. That's out of their control. They can do nothing about that. But that's a guarantee that you got to look at when you're Adam Cole going to AEW. It's like, all right, not only are they my friends, but they understand the business part of it. And they understand that if the crowd is going to be super behind me, they will superly push me through. It's not the same with Vince. Even if the crowd is behind you, Vince will not always push you through. Because Finn Balor is the perfect example for that. Finn is super over, and Vince had always said, he's not over. And yet, the crowd is always behind him. And Vince still doesn't see that Finn was over. So it's really tough for Adam Cole. I can see the predicament he's in. I can understand why he hasn't signed yet, if there was a contract offer, or if they even offered him a contract. If I'm him, I would try to get a 3-year contract and not a 5-year contract with WWE to see what happens. I think 3 years is a good amount of time if you're on the main roster. See how it is, see how it goes. But in the long run, I wouldn't do it. I would leave. I would leave in the long run based off track record alone. That's the only reason why I would leave is based off of track record. Now, like I said, he wants to, if there are struggles and there are going to be things that he has to get through and he wants to do it and he gets over, he's going to be a megastar. He will be in that HBK category. He definitely will be there. But if Vince doesn't see it and Vince doesn't think so, he's not going to be.
I just think he will for the simple fact everybody will be on Vince's ear about him. Like, everyone probably already he's already shown up in Rumble entries and all that. Like, he hears that. Vince cannot be deaf and not hear him, put up his 2 hands in the air and say, Adam Cole, baby, and not look at that crowd and go, oh, I got some money here.
Vince didn't think Paul Heyman would get Brock Lesnar over.
Hey, sometimes he looks dumb at what he says.
That's what I'm trying to say. They're just
geniuses look dumb sometimes.
No, I understand that, but sometimes he really does not listen to people. That's what I'm trying to say. He has a track record of just not listening to people. It's a possibility that he cannot listen to nobody and just right away, immediately just think, nah, kid doesn't have it. Don't care what anybody says. That's the final line. I do not care. He did it with Ricochet. He did it with Cedric Alexander. Then they had to put him into a tag team. And then they lost to a bunch of jobbers. And it's when have you seen Ricochet and Cedric Alexander on Raw? When's the last time you've seen them? Since that lost.
Yeah. Well, right now, they could use them for matches, but the main point of the tag team shenanigans is the after school activity games that they do.
Which Street Profit and Viking Raiders. I get it, but that's what I'm trying to get.
All right, but now let's take those two for example.
Okay.
Can you even see Cedric Alexander holding the WWE title? Not on the Intercontinental. I'm not talking about the Intercontinental US title. I'm talking about the top titles. Because remember how you said with the small guys thing?
That's
No, his track record.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But not every small guy has the credentials to be the champion.
No.
They're not like AJ, Seth, and AJ and Seth are different. They bring everything to the table. Now, do you see Ricochet? You could do it. Ricochet over Cedric, I would take Ricochet.
Yeah. If you're gonna give me the two between them, if you're gonna say which one I think you could put,
I could see as a
champ. Yeah, I could see Ricochet as well.
I could believe.
Yeah, I could believe that.
I could believe, or your champ.
I could believe that. Yeah, I could believe Ricochet.
Cedric, no.
I haven't seen Cedric wrestle any big men.
But I don't see it. That's me. That's personally me. He's great athlete, tremendous worker, great in-ring ability. I don't know. I can't see that. And for Vince, not just because of Vince, just me, I can't see I can't see a Cedric Alexander holding the title. I could if I'm hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully, but out of the two, I'll take Ricochet. Ricochet would be more believable to me to hold on to the title. Mm-hmm. He has that it factor. He has it.
But Vince just doesn't see it. Vince doesn't see it, man. I'm telling you. Vince just doesn't see things,
and
man.
Finn's the easiest one because for the simple fact, Finn could walk around a company and go over. He don't even have to say it. He can just walk around.
And yet Vince says he's not over. Like, what?
Like, Finn Balor has that aura in him that he could literally, let's say he was to show up at AEW. He doesn't have to say a word. He could literally walk around the ring, like how Orange Cat just walk around. Finn could just do the little jacket strut, like, boom, walk around. The entire crowd will just start screaming Finn or whatever he is.
But, man, it's tough. No matter where Adam Cole goes, we're gonna watch him regardless.
That's right. He's a great
regardless.
That's why I know he's gonna succeed.
I just don't want him to be buried on WWE TV because I'm gonna be very angry. And I'm gonna be like, this man deserves so much more than what you're doing to him right now. Because I'm never gonna be able to see him just. I feel like his charisma will just die once they start burying him. But it would have to be up to, again, it has to be up to Adam Cole. He has to push through this. And Vince has a thing with testing people. He has a thing with testing people. And he will test. And he will push. And he wants to see you push back.
True.
So that's why I said it's all up to Adam Cole. If he can get through that, and he can break through and show Vince, I'm not a typical, I'm not just anybody here that comes up from NXT. I'm much bigger than that. Vince will then be like, all right, let's see what you got, kid, and push him.
Triple H is gonna push it. Triple H is gonna be the one to push it. Triple H knows it out of everybody.
Listen, everybody knows it except for Vince. Everybody in that company.
Like you were saying, how Sean and Hunter are gonna put it.
I won't be surprised. I would not be surprised.
When the thought comes around, like, oh, we're thinking about bringing Adam Cole to the main roster. Sean and Hunter are gonna go, you better not like this is one of your rare pieces right now. Like,
and
God forbid you let him go.
And the whole Undisputed Era with him just makes it better.
Like they could put it like you got to threaten Vince with this type of thing with Cole. Like you got a piece here that God forbid was a free agent right now. All wrestling companies will outbid you right now. Like they will throw money, but everyone knows you have the most money. But they'll throw him a money contract where he's not going to say no.
And they will give him things that you refuse to give people. That's another thing. That's all. Listen, it's all negotiations, baby. It's all about negotiations. But like I said, if I'm Adam Cole, I want a 3-year contract.
He's not going to.
Give me
that one.
It may never happen. But hey, listen.
They got talent like Kevin Owens that caught the 5 years.
Yeah, but Kevin Owens is over. Like there's no Kevin Owens is established.
But even if Vince ain't gonna make you special, you're not gonna be the only one with a 3-year deal.
I know, but
because then you have guys like Owens going, okay, well, I kind of want that too. Then
if it happens, it happens. So be it.
I'm just saying that the 5-year deal thing is what WWE's giving you. Then, as good as Adam Cole is, brother, man, you're not getting no special. You're not getting a special deal. Like you should. Like everyone knows it though. But at this point, it's 5 years.
I know, but that's the fear though. Like you signed a new 5 year.
He's 30.
Okay.
That's the only good part for him. God willing, if he wasn't.
He's technically in his prime in wrestling career. Technically.
I don't know what it is. At this point.
I feel like it's like 30 to like 42 maybe.
No, because Tank is 55, still delivering. Still.
That was AJ, but anyway.
Still.
Anyway.
Still stuff.
It's gonna be a wild summer.
Yeah, man.
It's gonna be a wild summer. Especially with Adam Cole's contract.
I won't be surprised if it starts boiling up mid-June, late June. People will start blowing it up more like Adam Cole has 2 months left.
What are we doing?
He's always, he obviously, everyone's not dumb. He's obviously, he's spotted in AEW events because obviously his girlfriend works there. Mm-hmm. So, of course, he's going to be there. But knowing Khan and how he, puts himself out there, he's not going to talk business unless the guy is literally like a free agent. So he's Tony's he's not going to do the tampering and go, hey.
Tony understands what tampering can get you, especially because he works in the NFL.
Yeah, so just keep it strict. Nice to meet you. Have a good time, whatever. And that's it. Mm-hmm. But he sees what's going on and stuff.
Yeah, but that... There, pictures surfaced of him at the AEW party
That's nothing though.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't take it serious because
it's nothing, and it's also you don't see pictures. You don't see pictures of him and Tony Khan standing next to each other.
Yeah, it was
so
just,
you can't really say nothing.
It was just a basic couple photo. It was just him and Britt. That was it.
Yeah, and there's another picture with where like Cody was in it, and you see his face behind Cody. So I mean, it's fine, but it's like I said, it's gonna be a wild summer. Especially him being the top free agent. It's gonna be wild. And he, like I said, if you work with AEW, they will never tell you no, you cannot go and work somewhere else where you want to work at. You want to go have some matches at ROH? By all means. We just need you on Wednesdays and on Saturdays for our pay-per-views. Don't book yourself for those dates. That's it. If you want to do New Japan, you're more than welcome to do New Japan. So there's a lot of pros and cons in this that he got to weigh in, and I think he's gonna wait till crunch time to make the decision.
I can see that.
But that's all the time we have.
But I won't be surprised because I know Cole right now is getting main roster money.
Oh yeah.
So I won't be shocked now if that just gets umped up to probably like a 7-figure deal now.
Maybe.
Because now you can get someone to stay if you're talking 7 figures.
Yeah, maybe.
Especially for like a business like professional wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
7 figures. you're getting my attention.
Mm-hmm. But that's it. That's all the time we have. Any last questions or comments?
We'll be on live tonight doing what I think is low-key an underrated rivalry no one talks about as much.
Shawn and Jericho?
Shawn and Chris Jericho.
Yeah,
they put on some matches. Obviously, the mic work was going to be good. And after finding out today's news, it makes perfect sense. 2 small guys Vince trusted and got the job done.
Yeah, remember a while back we said if NXT had a GM and it was Shawn Michaels who AEW put as their GM and we couldn't figure it out, I believe it would be Jericho.
When he's done?
Not when he's done, but if they ever pull that trigger.
I could see it when he's done.
And yeah.
Like to keep him around, like relevant.
Yeah.
Because like, maybe if he wants to, square off one, here and there, like how Triple H was doing in the beginning,
mm-hmm.
he could do that. But just to have him on the mic and making matches, Jericho could go heel and face for the fans in seconds like that. It'd be perfect.
Yeah.
That's his perfect. I mean, he's going to need something too after music. He's not going to make music forever too. Might as well get, and then obviously you can tell he's either going to be a commentator.
Oh, he's so good.
He's
so good.
He's going to be in the wrestling business. He's never going to go away.
Yeah.
Like, he's established that.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. That's all the time we have for you guys today. If you like what you heard, just give us a subscribe, turn on the notification bells, and hit the thumbs up, please. Also, if you guys have any questions or comments, you want to correct us, negative or positive, it doesn't matter. We're Brooklyn boys. We got tough skin. Just leave them down below. Thank you guys for your support. And always remember, it's never a bad thing for a roll-up in wrestling.